From white sandy beaches to mountain ranges with rainforest in between, a short drive away, yet untouched by crowds of people, Tasmania has it all. It's no wonder the Australian island state is a favourite place for avid explorers, campers, and anyone looking for a fresh adventure. After 12 months focused on Australia's northern regions, the time came for Hema's Map Patrol to revisit Tassie's best tracks and capture new data for their print maps, atlases, and GPS units.
So this is prior to us visiting Tasmania. I'm looking for areas that have significantly older data. The legend on the left here basically signifies from red all the way through to blue, from the oldest to the newest data. Tasmania was a perfect place for us to visit, to update.
Our film crew joins the Map Patrol during a crew change in Hobart. After 10 days in Tasmania's rugged west, the guys are keen for a well-deserved break. The new team arrives fresh and ready to tackle the east coast, featuring some of Tasmania's more hospitable landscapes that have seen much exploration and subsequent development over the years. That means more tracks and more data to record. The crew heads down towards the Tasman Peninsula, and while tourists flow to the area for its spectacular coastline and historical Port Arthur jail, it still has a few off-the-beaten-track gems for the team to investigate. Pirates Road is one such spot and has been the subject of mixed feedback regarding its conditions of late. The team turns down the dirt track to assess its drivability for various types of vehicles. The next few tracks around the area lead to a lookout over Pirates Bay, where the crew get an opportunity to enjoy the rolling hills of the Tasman National Park to their left and the beautiful coastline to the right. After snapping a few photos for the Hema archive, it's time to continue.
So we just finished our first track of the morning. We're currently sitting at a lookout, which we're collecting the point of interest for. We just had to update a bit of the tracking because on the way up we realised that the track isn't drivable for some vehicles. And that's why we drive these tracks, just to make sure that when you come out and you drive them, that you get the right information.
Moments later, the Map Patrol comes across another detail that needs to be adjusted. A bridge has fallen through and a section of the track has been closed. They record this development, then head back to see what else they can find. While the road north from the Tasman Peninsula is well known for its stunning views of rolling hills and verdant landscapes, the weather often refuses to cooperate and shrouds the beauty in rain. These characteristically moody conditions provide poor visibility for the rest of the day and challenge the team with wet and potentially tricky conditions. Luckily, most of the tracks on this part of the trip have been upgraded to bitumen or gravel roads, so don't pose any difficulties. After a quick drive and a few minor map updates, the crew heads towards Raven-sdale for one of the last tracks of the day, running along the edge of the Buckland Military Training Ground. This one is a lot more exciting and gets the explorers' hearts pumping with tight turns, washouts and loose rocks. The 79 series gets a workout too. The crew set up camp at Gumleaves Bush Camping Ground. After a long day, a campfire is a must for team spirit, while cooking and eating dinner.
Okay, so now we've finished tracking for the day. What we need to do is make sure that any of the data we've recorded gets synced back to our servers so that the guys in the office can start working on it. The old system we used to use, we'd have to wait to get back to the end of the trip, but now with the beauty of technology, we can get the data back quickly and get it started to worked on. It just makes it so the guys in the office can see what we're doing and they can get a head start on the data before we get back.
When the data is uploaded into the cloud, this is downloading from the cloud into a local file geodatabase. So from there, then we start the sort of processes of cleaning it up. And then these red with black dots are track notes If there's a track that we've gone past that we didn't drive down, we make a note saying track to the east or track to the west. Later on, we can look at that.
The next morning sees the crew travelling through vivid rainforests.
So today we're pushing north from where we stayed last night. The weather's a bit nicer today, which makes things a lot easier. We had some rain yesterday afternoon. We were on a track that was, I'd say, easy to moderate, medium. And yeah, it makes the conditions a bit more slippy, but today it's looking pretty good. So we're going to push north and see how far we get.
Some of the tracks in the area seem like they haven't been driven for a while and challenge the team's command over the extended wheelbase 79 series. It's amazing how nature takes over in the absence of human traffic. Lush giant ferns have grown over the road, significantly narrowing the tracks and necessitating several map updates.
So as things normally happen with adventures, we've had to have a little slight change of plan. Come across some trees that are across the track. Normally we'd probably try to clear them, but at this point we're not that far into the track, so we're actually just going to turn around and go back out to the last point. To be honest, this type of track with these type of obstacles are going to make it challenging for most people to drive, so we're just going to classify this one as a medium to hard and go from there.
A meeting is set with Lyndon and Trevor from the 4x4 Club of Tasmania. They've promised to shed their local knowledge on some of the most iconic and scenic drives of the northeast and to escort the Map Patrol on the famous Jeep Track. The boys arrive after dark with a crew of avid four-wheel drivers in tow, and so the planning begins. Pulling out Hema navigators and maps, the team must decide on a route to take the following day.
Sunflats Road, so Sunflats comes on the Argonaut, so yeah, you're heading towards Pyengana.
So this way?
Yeah. Alright, we'll plug her in the car tomorrow.
With a plan in place, a campfire is lit and the night grows chilly as the local raconteurs regale our crew with tales of off-road triumphs and tears. In the morning, the team heads south of Derby and briefly stop at Cascade Dam to air out. For this, the team have recently installed the new MaxTrax Indeflate unit.
So guys, I just want to give a massive shout out to Brad at MaxTrax and the team. They've given us a new little toy to play with while we're away. This is called the Indeflator. You can do 2 tyres at once. You don't have to take the valve stems out. You literally just push up on this little ring here and it deflates the tyres with the pressure. It's saving us a hell of a lot of time. Great little toy, probably good for Christmas.
Very handy when needing to adjust pressures on a daily basis. Cascade Dam was built in 1936 and covers an area of 49 hectares. It's surrounded with four-wheel drive routes, mountain bike and walking tracks, all of which offer great scenery for keen enthusiasts to explore. Continuing south, the team gets to Rattler Range. The track through the range starts in an ancient myrtle rainforest and with recent rains is quite flooded. But with multiple support vehicles and recovery gear in check, the team is not hesitant to drive on. A couple of k's down the road, and with some precision driving from Tim, the crew are out of the mud and at the bottom of the Rattler Hill. No recoveries needed. The track at Rattler Hill is the complete opposite of that in the rainforest. It is dry and rocky. It is also new territory for the Hema explorers, and new is always exciting. As the convoy heads up the hill towards the peak, it feels like they've entered a new climate of wind and cold. The team takes a short break at the summit to soak in the stunning view of the rugged and wild landscape, but the stop doesn't last for long, and after taking a few snaps, everyone hurries to seek refuge in the warm and comfortable vehicles. The track itself is fairly wide and rocky, with some ruts and washouts, most of which can be avoided or driven around on a well-chosen line.
We've just come over the Rattler Range, epic drive, lots of changes of scenery from rainforest through to very blowy wind top at the geo point. We're now heading down to the iconic Jeep Track. Going to be a good run, hopefully see some mud, and we'll see how we go.
The Pyengana Jeep Track is one of the region's most revered. It is deeply rutted, steep, and has a number of deep water holes. There are sharp rocks, tight turns, and clay. Many of the tricky sections don't come with the luxury of a chicken track and are definitely not for the faint-hearted four-wheeler.
Yeah, that's a bloody big tree.
Taking a deep breath around each corner, the crew negotiate the challenges as they unfold. The going is slow.
This is definitely living up to everything I've heard about this track. Oh, that was a nice little plateau. That was not what I expected. Oh, that's tippy. That is proper tippy. Rock. And really, I don't have a choice here. This track is a piece of work.
A sigh of relief from Tim as the track comes to an end. This is enough adrenaline for one day. A recovery-free run of the Jeep Track earns nods of respect from the locals. Tim hands the reins to Will and settles into the passenger seat as they carry on. The last stop for the day is at St. Columbia Falls, a well-known attraction that's accessible by an easy bitumen drive. A short walk down from the car park and through the rainforest leads to a viewing platform. At 90 metres high, the falls are one of the tallest in Tasmania, and with an average of 42,000 litres of water crashing down per minute, this waterfall has never run dry. It is a spectacular sight. It is here that we must part ways with the Map Patrol, who will continue along their journey, zigzagging the back roads towards Launceston, noting every twist and turn of track along the way.